Hi, today we're going to talk about how to find clients as a life coach. It's awesome that you're a life coach. It's going to be even more awesome when you find clients. So with that, let's jump into it. Hi, I'm Scott Wilhite, the Record Yourself video coach. I am here to help you share your message, share your passion, share that thing that's most meaningful for you. And that is the best way to do it is through the power of internet video. So I am the Record Yourself video coach. I'm happy to help you get in front of the camera and get your message out there in a way that is meaningful and impactful for others. Now there's a quote that I just absolutely love. This is something that impacted me when I was struggling, when I wasn't getting my message out there, and when I was living small, I was playing small, and I knew that there was something inside of me that was just so important to get out there. And the quote said this. It said, "Never give up on something you can't go a day without thinking about." Pretty cool, right? Anyway, I thought about that and I thought, okay, there is something inside of me that needs to get out, and I'll just shortcut the story for you today in this episode to tell you that the way that I found to live my purpose was to record myself and use the power of the internet to get that message out there. Now, with whatever you're doing, I'm not exactly sure what you're doing or where you're at, but you're a life coach, you're looking at being a life coach, or you're looking to grow your clientele and you want to figure out how to do that. Well, I want to share with you 3 laws that will help you actually get clients. Now, the first thing, actually, I just want to back up. So the very first thing is you don't want to do advertising. Now, I came from the advertising world, and I know about what advertising is about. It's a very expensive field. If you're just starting out as a life coach, you may not have a huge nest egg that you could just sink into advertising. It's not the most effective way for you to do it, actually, because most advertising is interruption marketing. So somebody's doing something else, and then you interrupt them, and you say, "Hey, think about me, look at me, bye, or something like that." And that's not the most effective way to do that. But if you can tap into these 3 laws, you are going to find that these things will actually help bring clients to you in a much more holistic way, a much more natural way, and a much more energizing way. Okay, so the first law is the law of attraction. Now, you may have heard about, you may know tons about this already, especially being a life coach. You may be completely tuned into the law of attraction. Maybe you've watched the documentary The Secret or the movie The Secret, or maybe you're just, it's something that you already know. For me, it was brand new when I learned about this. When I learned that I could actually attract things into my life rather than repelling them as I would try chasing them. Because it seemed like whenever I chased them, they ran away. But I learned that when I used the law of attraction properly to focus on the things that I wanted, but not in a... Okay, let me just back up on this. When I focused on them as if I already had them and I got into a state of gratitude, I found I was able to actually attract things into my life. Now, I'll tell you one quick story, because I know that you already know the law of attraction, right? Okay. Well, anyway, I was talking to my daughter one time. She was just 16 and she wanted to get a car. And I asked her about, how much do you think you can afford? What's this all like for you? Do you want to actually create a car? Do you want to try this out? Do you want to use the law of attraction? She thought it was kind of crazy stuff. And we had this long conversation. She was very tearful about it. And she was just thinking Dad was off his nut. And she was saying, "Dad, it's not like the car's going to just show up in the driveway." Okay, yeah, but will you try this? And I gave her like 5 steps that got her into a state of gratitude, got her into a state of actually feeling as if she already had that car. What did it feel like inside? What did it sound like? Could you feel the air conditioning? All these different things. Anyway, I took her through this 5-step process to get her into this feeling and using the law of attraction, using faith as this thing that would bring it to you. And she started doing it. She did it for a week. Actually, I think it was even less than a week. And then I was out working in and anyway, she had like this whole picture in her mind. She told me that she could afford a car that was $1,200. You know, not much. But she'd been saving her money, but $1,200. Anyway, I was out working in the yard, and this guy was in the backyard. We have a parking lot back there, and he was back there taking pictures of his car. And I started talking to him, found out he was selling his car for $1,200, and he told me a bit about it. It was this really nice looking Lexus. Anyway, I called up my daughter to see if she was interested. She said yes. She drove it, fell in love with it immediately. But what was interesting is she told me, Dad, it's not like the car's going to just appear in my driveway. Well, from where that was in my backyard to my driveway, I mean, it was like 30 feet. You couldn't just show up any closer to the driveway than that. So I got to tell you, the law of attraction actually works. And there's different processes for getting in that. You know, we can talk about that another time. But I want to point out to you that if you want to get coaching clients, start with the law of attraction. Start with believing that you already have those clients. Get into a state of gratitude. Get into a state where you are actually bringing them into you. Now, the second thing is the law of reciprocity. Now, what the law of reciprocity is that when somebody gives something to us, we just feel inclined to give something to them or to be connected with them. And so a great way to use the law of reciprocity is through creating online content, creating blog posts, creating videos, creating ways that you can give service, give your coaching services away, basically. Give your ideas, your value, you know, the things that you've learned. As you give that to others freely, without strings attached, they will feel this reciprocity where they will feel like, oh, it's not, anyway, there's this connection that happens there. It's kind of magnetic to where they feel they want to be connected to you. And it all comes because you give first. So if you use the law of reciprocity, if you give first, then you can receive and you can start attracting those clients that will want to work with you. Now, the third thing is the law of inspired action. And what this is these are big steps. You know, if you feel prompted, if you feel like there's that inner voice inside of you saying, you need to do this. Like if I say, hey, you want to record an entire library of video of your expertise and your knowledge and share that with others. If there's something inside of you that says, yes, that's what I need to do. That's how I can fulfill my calling, my mission, my purpose in life. If you get that kind of little twinge, that's the inspired action you should take. Now, there's a lot of other, inspired actions. There's a lot of things that could be out there. And so I just kind of say that as like one thing. But if that one thing does resonate with you, make sure you like and subscribe to this channel, because I'm going to share with you how you can get your voice out there, how you can record yourself, how you can do the lighting, how you can do the audio, how you can present yourself and your messages in a way that will make an impact with others. So anyway, I just want to share with you those 3 laws. Instead of doing advertising, instead of doing interruption marketing, when you're trying to stop somebody from doing what they're doing right now, and instead of get in the flow with them and connect with them in meaningful ways to where they are then connected with you. You attract them, you give to them, and then you take inspired action and do those things that are often uncomfortable that will get you moving forward to receiving those clients. So anyway, I just wanted to share those thoughts with you today as you're looking at growing your coaching business, looking to get your message and your voice out there. Happy to help you do that. If you're a heart-centered person who wants to make a difference in the world, video is the way to do it. I'm happy to help you get started. Click right here to take my Quick Start Challenge, and you can get started today.